That was a gross noise you just made.
Mm-hmm.
Hello and welcome to the SYWB podcast, where we talk about the drama of the restaurant industry, but never the who or the where, because it doesn't really matter.
It never does.
I'm a fake fan.
I don't know what that is. I'm Jason. You really, yeah, you were so quick. You were 0 to 100. I was like, wait,
How you
I
doing,
gotta do
Jason?
this. I am doing well. It's chilly, as you can tell. My ass is never gonna survive any winter beyond this.
Yeah, I was making a video this morning at 9:30.
Oh, that sucks.
It was cold.
Yeah,
I almost had to put a second jacket on.
I took my dog out and I was freezing just trying to take her outside in the backyard.
So you
Just
tell me
so.
you were up at 9:30, 9
Mm-hmm.
o'clock, and you didn't text me?
Yeah, because I had prior engagements to go to.
A
Do
long
you want me to
pause.
text you? Good morning.
Yes, please.
Oh, shut up, Dylan.
Oh, damn, is it doing that thing? Hold on,
Uh-oh.
something's wrong. You see how it's split down the middle of the thing?
No, not my glasses on me. Or do you want
No,
to keep it
God,
going?
no.
Okay.
Just gonna roll
So
it.
we're gonna cut that one segment out then.
Nah, we're using
What do
it.
you mean no?
Um, I'm a little blue today, Jason.
Blue?
Yeah,
What's the matter? I was gonna say you're looking a little pale today, so very happy.
a little blue today.
I don't know why you put it off. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have your glasses on.
Bitch, I thought you meant emotions. I thought you meant emotionally.
That was a joke.
You're feeling a little blue.
Oh, damn. I was playing with.
I hope you don't realize your bottom soles are blue too.
I would say green, but I was playing with party poppers today. You remember how we had those on
Mm-hmm.
the celebration of our first
Yes.
episode here? I thought it'd be awesome in slow mo, so I bought like 12 of them, and I made a slow mo video.
Oh, nice. Okay then. That's an achievement right there. Where
Not
are you gonna be
edited.
posting that?
YouTube. Oh, right
Well,
there.
exactly. So the fans can see it, or if anyone is
The
interested
fan.
to see that. Oh, trust me, anybody would be a fan to watch any of the little things. Whoops.
Yeah, no, I'm hopeful for this one. It's my slow mos
Hold on.
sometimes get a lot of views, a lot like relative for my
Okay.
channel.
Yeah, and I finally took the dive. I know I dress old, but technically speaking, I am very old. I finally downloaded TikTok to figure out how that algorithm
Oh,
works and what to do with it.
so now I can get help editing sometimes maybe
Mm-hmm.
since we haven't
Yeah.
posted on TikTok.
Yeah.
This is episode 11 or 10, I believe. We haven't posted. I haven't posted on TikTok since like the last episode I posted to TikTok was episode 5, I think.
Yeah.
I can't do everything. Turns out.
And for some reason, this guy didn't ask for help until episode 10.
No.
Yeah.
I've asked for help. He's just been like, oh yeah, I'll that's the answers I got.
Yeah. Yes or no? All right. I'll see you. See you later. Yeah. No, but I did download it to figure out how that works, along with editing, and also to just actually take my step into editing, so I can start editing my own little shorts for the Twitch, for my Twitch. But that is, I believe that's all the updates we have for each other, right?
I bought 2 GoPros.
Oh yes, the GoPros for a very special video that's gonna be coming out.
Maybe in like 3 months, 2 months.
Ooh, it doesn't matter. The fact that you got it going is very important.
Yeah, I found a place to flip a car.
Oh, don't tell them.
It doesn't matter. I found a place to flip. I'm not Marvel. All right, secrets can get out. It's fine. I found a place to flip a
I forgot
car.
about that.
Got 2 GoPros. I just need a ramp.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
very
about to get a
excited.
ramp, but then it sold. I asked that guy a question on Facebook Marketplace. I was like, "Hey, how long is this ramp? Do you know?" Not an answer. And then 3 days later, it was sold. It was a really cheap ramp that would have worked too. I should have just bought it, but I had no way to get it to anywhere because it would look like it was longer than the truck that I have.
Yeah, that's the thing about Facebook Market that I actually hate. I mean, it's like eBay essentially, but even eBay, I feel like they had easier communication.
No, eBay is good. Marketplace is just you just get whatever you get.
Yeah, Marketplace is just whatever you get. Well, I should say this. I feel like Marketplace is exactly how everyone thought eBay was / going to be, where you just kind of meet people and
Oh,
be
is that
like,
what they
"Does
thought
this
it would be?
work? Do we exchange
I
it?"
feel like Marketplace is what people thought Craigslist was going to be.
Oh, I forgot about Craigslist. Yeah, Craigslist is another thing that a lot of people thought that was gonna be. I actually never got to use Craigslist in any way.
I think I looked up cars on Craigslist and that was about it. I didn't ever bought anything. I definitely never bought anything from Craigslist.
Actually, I think I'm on the same boat. I think I looked up cars there for like a good minute, and then I was like, nah. I'm gonna just look up used cars at like used lots, and just go from there. And then
So we skipped a recording day because it was my birthday. That's the only reason, no other reason. And
Mm-hmm.
it turns out I am buying myself a ton of birthday presents because I'm setting up to film in Texas in April, and I need so many things I didn't know I needed. So I think I spent like $1,000 buying stuff, including the GoPros.
This is coming from the same man that was like, I just need to save money. I should save money.
This is saving money. Trust me. This version of it is saving money.
No, because yeah.
I could have spent about 3,000,
Yeah.
but I chose the obvious and smart way, which was like just buying used everything. I didn't buy
Yeah.
anything new. The GoPro was $99.
I mean, as long as it's working and it's in the condition you need it to be,
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
the worst part is that they're all electronic, or most of them are electronic. So I only brought one thing new, and it was less than $200 because I can't buy it. I couldn't find it used. I found, oh my god, I found it was a perfect one. It was used for like $80 for this $130 item, 150, but it was sold however long ago. Like for some reason, one of the apps that I use, it shows you items that have, like, it'll leave items there forever on the little scrolling, but it'll just say sold over it. So it's
Oh,
basically
like in a
like
little
a big
cart?
like FU, you know, you
Yeah.
could have got this.
It's maybe Facebook Market. I hate that shit.
Facebook Market keeps it up.
Every time you actually message them and stuff, they don't respond, but it will notify you saying the item is now sold. And so you're just staring at that message and you're like, what the fuck? I messaged you like 3 days ago and now you just says item sold.
Oh, I guess I turn off notifications for Facebook, so I don't.
Yeah,
That's
no, you actually have to go to the actual messages and look at it, and it will notify you right then and there. But
that
other than that, it doesn't do anything else.
that is the only thing I use Facebook for is Marketplace. I don't use Facebook.
I've only used it to just like the pictures of my family and stuff because that's the only way I can communicate with them.
Wouldn't even do that.
Yeah, well, that's your fault.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know family is such a very finicky thing. You either love them or you hate
Huh.
them. It's
I didn't
one of
mean to
those two
switch.
things. All right.
Fear.
So now with the morning updates and all the information that we got in our lives out of the way, let's start with any stories. Do you have anything for the restaurant life? Because I actually have been absent this week.
I didn't hear what you said. Say again.
We're doing the podcast. That's
Oh,
what we're
are we?
doing. Yeah, talking about the stories. Yeah, no, I was just saying that I have actually been MIA for a bit.
Oh my
I've
god.
been
Yeah, you had 3 days
I've
off this
been
week.
busy. Yeah, I had very important things, matters to take care of.
Did you request off?
And then yeah. I was getting those days off regardless. I
Oh.
requested that a month and a half.
No,
I think a
no.
month
You had
in
3
advance.
more days off. Did you work Monday? You did.
Yeah.
You worked Tuesday. No, you didn't.
No. I didn't work Monday or Tuesday. You're right.
Yeah.
No.
And you didn't work Wednesday, did you?
No, I did. Came in on Wednesday, Thursday. It was Friday and Saturday. They were like, okay, we're not doing anything.
Yes, you had 4 days off
so,
this
yeah.
week. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
By the way,
So I had
Friday
4
was
days.
crazy. So Friday,
How so?
it
Crazy as in good business or crazy as in like, damn, like the.
was only crazy for me. My perspective was the only crazy way. So I got a call at 12:30, very early for a call off. And the manager was like, "Hey, it's 37 today. Do you want to work? If you work, you're going to run and walk, or I could just cut you." And thinking about how I just spent $1,000 on
Yeah.
filming.
The dollars. Yeah.
I was like, "No, I need to work. I need to work." So it's like, "Cool. See you at 4." Coming at 4:20. And I checked the schedule first. I clock in, check the schedule. 67. It doubled.
I had a feeling it was going to be something like that.
Everyone else was called out. So I was running and serving assistant for 70 people.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to do.
You remember Mother's Day last year? It was like 400, 300?
400? No, it was like 500.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I think we only catered to.
That's what I'm saying. There was only like 300
yeah.
came in, 350. It felt the same.
So.
Because I was doing 2 jobs. Like it was so, I was running around just like it was like 300 a day. and one of the waiters came up to me and said, "Is it like one of the newer waiters said, is it always this slow on weekends?" And I had to pause for a second. So I was like, "It's not." Oh, and I was like, because from their perspective, yeah, it's pretty. There's only 60 something people.
Mm. Yeah, because they only need to take care of about maybe 5
Yeah,
each.
and that's why it's always funny when they say, "Why weren't you helping me today?" And what was it? Why weren't you helping me today? I had like 4 tables all at once. I'm like, okay, I had like 16 tables all at once. But do you want to ask again why I wasn't helping you specifically at that moment in time?
Yeah, oh, I don't know.
It's just like waiters can't figure out outside perspective.
Some of them really can't.
I'd
Can
say
be
I'm
honest.
I'm going more basic on waiters now because it's like 2 of them that can. So at this point, 2 out of 14, all the waiters.
To a 14, you know what? The majority is already canceling this at this point. I can't do it.
I have this
But
note and I don't know what it is. I hope you could tell me. It just says mitosis and meiosis test for Jason. What is the powerhouse of the cell?
mitosis and meiosis? What is the powerhouse of the cell?
It says mitosis and meiosis test for Jason. What is the powerhouse of the cell? I don't know what that means. It was when we were working together. I think I wrote it, and something happened with mitosis or
That
something.
just sounds like something I've been writing lately.
Do you remember mitosis and meiosis? Us talking
No,
about
the only
that?
thing no.
Because I don't either.
I'm trying to like I remember something, but that's just for like a story I've been writing. It involves mitosis, so I was like, yeah,
You're right. Why are you writing? What?
I was just writing. I'm trying to get better at writing, so I've been writing the small little well, as my brother has mentioned, it's better to just write these ideas down, and then if the more you think is like more like worth writing for, then go after them.
Yeah, it's a good idea,
But
but is it not weird that we both wrote down? That's so specific.
But that's what I mean. Yeah, I was like, I don't get how mitosis and meiosis comes into the play. Like, because my only thing for my mitosis, my research for it is just trying to understand the process of it. But I can't remember exactly why
Yeah. So did we
that comes
talk
in.
about it, and then we both had these ideas separately, but we can't remember the original talk?
Yeah, mitosis and meiosis. Like it's in the tip of the tongue, but I don't think it's what
Yeah,
I
it's on the
think
tip
it
of my
is.
tongue. This is the
No.
most interesting podcast in the world.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here thinking about things.
we're thinking about science right now instead of working.
Oh man, I just thought it was
Mitosis and meiosis.
hilarious. I
Yo,
just read
let's
it.
put a pin on that and let's really think about it.
Yeah, I'm not
I would
deleting
love it
that.
if we come back to it. But back to the food running and the service instance. It. My only tip from that is it only gets easier the more you throw yourself in that moment. Because yes, like catering to 80 people was a pain in the ass. It was something that you really could not do well. And at that point, it was as a server assistant perspective, it was one of those things where it was like, okay, cool. I don't know if I can save all you guys, but fuck you guys if you want to complain at this point. Because again, the way we make money is based off on sales, correct? Like sales,
We as in
server assistants. So server assistants
waiter
will make
bitches.
me, yes. You're being a bitch to them.
Yeah. How
It comes to serves, which
the
is
the sales of the day? We get a percent of the sales of the day paid through the tips of the waiters.
yeah, and which is really helpful and nice. But those are the moments where like I was like, please just make it simple. Which it doesn't
Yeah, because
help
I
because
still a year and a half in, I still got confused about pay. I had to actually for the only the second time
oh
ever,
yeah,
I had to go in and ask about like the pay thing, like the pay, like you guys, your numbers for the day. I never do that.
I do that.
I
I
I
do
did it
it
this one time
to
because I got
figure it out.
confused.
Yeah, I no, I always kept an eye on it just to make sure to see how much I make with like I not on average, but like kind of
Yeah, but I like
figure
not
out how much I would make that
I
week.
like not knowing per day. I like just every 2 weeks, just to know how much I make.
Yeah, and then plus it was also one of those things where it's like I have to ask because to some people who probably don't know this, if you're ever a busser or server assistant, I'm pretty sure you guys have met this before, but it's not as bad as they make it out to say. But the servers do have an option to be like, I don't want to give tip to my server assistant because they're terrible. Give this, that, and that, and of course, the company or any manager would probably not listen to them on that part. But the fact that that option exists is a little worrying for buses and server assistants. Like,
I don't think it's worrying because so far as I've seen it, and this is considering all the abuse that waiters do with the power that they have. I've never seen that abused. It's always
yeah,
whenever
yeah,
they've
yeah,
requested it to not pay into a tip, it's always because they did nothing during that day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I understand, and that's why I mean, like, it's not as scary as it sounds,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no way you can have like let's say 14 servers, and you're and watching 5 of them. There's no way like all 5 of them look at you like, okay, well, I still don't want to tip you. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way that all that happens. But
And then still through manager,
yeah, yeah, and still go through management and have them
manager.
agree on that. That's not how that's gonna really
I
work.
think the word manager.
But that's also what scared me. What made me want to be a server too was just like, I don't want that option to exist in my payroll. Like, I would rather fight the extra mile and getting a tip, even if it's 5%. I would rather just go to that degree than to just find out like, oh, my money is a little short. I feel like my money's a little shorter. Oh yeah, 2 servers just really don't like you, so
We should get
they
a
haven't given
dog
it to you.
cam.
And you're just like, what? I know she's sleep. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but she's asleep right over here.
No, her eyes open. Look, she's looking up at you
Are you
real
just
creepy.
staring at me?
Yeah,
What
look
the
at her.
fuck are
She's
you
looking real
doing?
creepy. No, she's not on camera right now.
I have one family member come over and it's a girl, and now you're just staring at me like I'm looking creating betrayals under your nose. What is wrong with you?
Do you have any stories?
This dog is weird. I love this dog, but it's weird.
Do you have
I'm
any,
sorry, she's weird.
Do you have any stories?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a few stories I can think of. I guess one of the stories I told one of my cousins that's staying here with me for a little bit. I told her the story about I did get complaints from the servers because they were like, you're not communicating with the table at all. You're not going around them. You're not talking to them. And the reason why that happened was because the first thing that they said was like, I don't want you around. It's a girls night, girls dinner. So we just want to talk. That's it. So we don't want any disruptions. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll just come back and get the orders and we'll go from there. But I remember overhearing their stories, and it's insane. I know breakups are rough, but sometimes people just can't control nor handle like what it's like to be broken up with.
I'm sending you a video. Just ignore it.
Okay. And so one of the stories I remember overhearing was how this girl was like, oh yeah, I was breaking up with this guy I was dating recently and it didn't work out. And I was breaking up to him on his car so he can just drive off and I don't have to worry about it. And so like imagine the guy in the car driving, rolls down the window, the girl's outside and just talking. And obviously you're saying like, this doesn't work out, we can't do this. And then the next shit I heard while cleaning their plates was like, yeah, then he grabbed me by the hair and he just started flooring it. And I was like grabbing you the hair and then started flooring it. So that means he literally drove dragging you on the road.
Sounds like a crime.
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking crime. This does not sound like a breakup anymore, girl. This sounds like a fucking crime. And so in that moment, she's like, yeah, I don't know how far he drove me, but I remember I got out of it and I fell and I rolled over. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm like, I don't mean to interrupt, but like, you guys want desserts or should I just give you the bill? What am I doing here now? And then her friend, like without skipping a beat, and she goes, that's understandable. That's why you get the restraining order. I'm like, okay, good. It's a happy ending. You got the restraining order on him. But like,
you got to think, do they make up some of these stories?
I wish the truth is that they exaggerate them because I cannot fathom the idea of having a breakup go that bad to the point that you got dragged.
Oh no, I can.
Driving.
What is it?
Like I heard bad breakups.
The majority, what is it? It's like the most dangerous police calls, the most dangerous 911 calls. What do you think they would be? Statistically, like if police get a call to go do something, what do you think it would be?
I would have imagined break-ins or shootouts.
Domestic abuse.
Oh.
That is the number one most deadly call that cops get. Is a domestic abuse. Whether that means the cop dies or someone at the call dies. From what I know, statistically, that's the case. It's crazy. So I would believe dragging and just danger in general for breakups.
That's fucking crazy.
I can't ever understand it my level, I would just cry and walk away. But I would start cry and drive away. But
Cry and drive. Okay, good. Both hands on the wheel, right? Both hands.
no, it's one hand on my wiener.
Oh,
Sadness, yeah.
okay. Well, it's still kind of funny. We can make fun of
Oh,
that.
sad.
Yeah, but I remember that shit so vividly. And that was the one I got my first complaint. It was like, you're not really approaching the table. You know, it's your only table. I'm like, yeah, because they told me not to do it. And also, second, the stories I keep hearing. This is like one of many. I don't know what else to do. And of course, like, because again, I got a complaint from them. They're like, hey, look, I get you trying to do your job, but again, like I said before, this is girls' dinner. Like, we just want to talk shit, and that's it. Just like take the orders and go.
Girl
And I was like, yeah,
dinner.
go from there. I think that's the only story I can think of as of the moment.
How do you not have more stories? You're a waiter now.
And then because mine is pretty PG, I keep because I'm straightforward with all my shit. I don't really do much.
Yeah,
from
but you gotta
there.
pry. You gotta listen
But
in.
no. Can we talk about those? Because I got a lot more if you want to talk about it.
Oh, what from this one
Like,
table?
no, from like many.
Nah.
Okay. So here's one
Well, here,
thing. Here's one thing.
I'll go and then you go again.
Okay, yeah,
That way you can
you
plan
go.
out. Because I have kind of a wild one. It's not as happy as yours, I don't think. New Year's, I believe it was. So busy day.
Were the hoes cartwheeling?
That's what?
Were their hoes cartwheeling? Is that why he was crazy?
That is not what I heard.
Oh,
No. Who's the host, Jason?
anyone you. Anyone at this point. If you believe hard enough, it can be anyone.
I think I remember it must have been, yeah, because they came in wearing. Okay, so sorry. So it was this table, not the table. They sat down at the bar on New Year's, and it was like the busiest time at New Year's. I know I said New Year's was really slow, but there was a moment where it was busy. And they came and sat down at the bar, and bleep this, but it's for you to know. For some reason, she went up to them and like, I guess she was just speaking to them. So they were wearing cool cowboy hats. It was a man and a woman at the bar,
Okay,
and they were
cowboy
wearing like
hats.
New Year's cowboy hats, like plastic little cowboy hats.
Okay.
Trying to think how to tell the story. It was just really strange. Like, so I was a runner that day. Also, maybe it wasn't New Year's. I wasn't running.
Okay, do you need time? Do you want me to tell my stories then? Because it sounds like you need the time.
No. Let me figure this out. Irrelevant. I was running food to them, and they like the man was being really weird. Right. That's where the story is going. He was being really weird. Like she came up to them and started talking with them for whatever reason, and he was being weird with her. Like I think she saw it too, but she was being nice, being waitressy.
Were they trying to get her number?
I don't know. But he seemed like protective of her immediately in a weird
Of the
way.
server or of the.
Server. No, the guest was protective of her.
Yeah, I'm getting that now.
So what he did, I was dropping food off, and he actually took the food out of my hand and said, "It's not that hot," and put it down in front of him. And then, because I hadn't said a word, I think I smiled, but he wouldn't have seen that. I smiled. Look, I saw their hats, and I smiled as I walked up, but he wasn't looking my way. He wouldn't have seen that. So he took the plate out of my hand and said, "It's not that hot," and put it down in front of him. Immediately, like I was like, here, and then like as I was doing this, he like took it out of my hand. Weird enough, and then, damn, she was there. Bleeped it out. She was there too, and as he puts the plate down, he gestures to her, and what is it? He said, "Yeah," he said, "She's the real professional. I only want her to bring me my food."
But this is the bar, sir.
Yeah,
Not how that works.
he was like saying that. I don't know what he was saying. It was kind of wild.
I mean, clearly he had some ambition. He had some.
And then I
kind
went to tell her about it, and she was like, "Yeah, there. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, it was not in her section. She was not at the bar. She, you know,
yeah, yeah. I know you're talking about. She has
but
no reason to be at the
but they
bar.
specifically didn't want to walk, like to sit with intersection either. They wanted to stay at the bar. So I was confused, and the cowboy hat on top made it interesting.
Cowboy hat.
I got through that story eventually.
You should have been like, I don't know where you from, boy, but this is we don't do it around here. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Oh shit, I forgot about the wire
This town ain't big enough for the trace of us.
with the trace. Oh my gosh,
Is that how you say three?
I don't know.
Say three in Spanish.
Tres. I just wanted you to feel like you said the word right. I didn't want you to.
Damn.
Yeah.
I still have not started learning Spanish yet because you know, all that money I spent on stuff I could have spent
Yeah,
on
it's fine.
language
No,
lessons.
I mean, like I said, you can start by doing small things. I've been listening to music again in Spanish, so I've been enjoying my time with that. Watching shows in Spanish too has been helping a lot. Well, not so much because again, you have to figure out what dialect they're talking to, but it's just one of the things like it's easier for me to like disconnect and connect, like go from English to Spanish, Spanish and back and forth.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that would help once I have a base, but I don't even have a base of Spanish, so
Yeah,
unless maybe I do shows that I already know really well, like if I watch
that could work
Friends in
too.
Spanish.
You can do that actually, because I've been doing that with a Spy Family, and I kind of want to do it to My Hero Academia, but I really don't. What I really want to do it to is
Dude.
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
The Spanish dubs of anime, I've heard are like the best versions
They
in
are.
terms of acting.
They are. It's because, well, I mean, so Spanish culture really loves Japanese culture. We never admitted it, but we really, really love like the K-pop,
Every culture loves Japanese culture.
like the K-pop group that started to come out from towards America,
Case for Korean.
only for yeah. So when that wave came in, all of Spanish countries took it immediately. So like you know how like K-pop groups were not that big almost 10 years ago?
Yeah.
They were big in Spanish.
Like the biggest
culture.
K-pop thing 10 years ago was Psy.
Yeah.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah. That was the biggest we had. For them,
Is
they
he-
already had, you know, the biggest groups already. They were already having K-pop bands actually trying to find ways to do tours
He's
in
Korean,
Spanish.
right?
I don't know. I would say South Korean. I think that is where he's
Okay.
from.
Just making sure I didn't do enough.
And then
Kenya.
when it came to Japanese culture, is what I did there. When it came to Japanese culture, I think we were actually faster in the dub sections than we were with compared to English.
What do you mean faster? Oh, faster
Like
than.
yeah, because I think Dragon Ball Z was the one that actually caught up to the final season before English dub even finished their second season. So it was one of the things that like wow they're really catching up, like they really want to show like how fast they are, like, and they really want to commit to this. And it didn't sound, that was the thing too, it didn't sound rush. It didn't sound like someone was speaking in a mic, like not in a professional booth. It wasn't like they're in a bathroom just speaking it or like just trying to translate it and be done. No, you can tell they actually took time and trying to make sure that everything was correct and that the lore was almost accurate.
Yeah, 'cause one thing I've heard of. Oh, her legs twitching. Look, she dreaming.
Okay.
About voiceover is like the syllables are really hard to get right while still telling the same story. Like a name will have 3 syllables when in English it'll have 2 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the like Naruto's comes from. At
No.
the end of his well, you haven't watched it, but whenever he's like on a speech, his thing is saying at the end of a sentence.
Okay.
Like I'm the best ninja,
Oh, I think I actually might have heard something
because
similar to
it
that.
adds syllables. So that was his. He just always says
Oh.
And whenever I was a kid, I was like,
okay.
I didn't get that, so I just thought was like a really cool phrase in Japan. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No. It's not. We just have to. It's just part of the things we have to go with. No, but I really love it. I checked out the My Hero dub. I watched the last newest episode they had, and I wasn't gonna lie. That shit sounded really, really good, and it sounded appropriate to each cast members.
Why are you so dark?
I don't know. Don't make fun of my darkness.
Like, look, the wall is white here. It's yellow. Oh, that's just the camera's in.
I was gonna say, are you sure that you had the lighting right in the camera? Maybe it was too dark.
I don't even know anymore.
It doesn't matter.
This window now looks good though. For whatever reason, what changed? The window looks good now.
I'm very happy.
Maybe
We
because
didn't do anything to it.
maybe because it's taking a less of the shot. I don't know.
Oh, part of taking less than a shot, and also it's not that sunny. I'm pretty sure we took it out on a very sunny day.
Yeah, I chose like 12 for a lot of hold on. I chose 12. I sorry, I had to do some cocaine for a lot 12 p.m. for a lot of reasons. One was the lighting, like there would be no harsh lighting from the windows. Two is I didn't want to get to your house super early in the morning, stuff like that. Bunch of reasons. So I'm glad it worked out. I can hear the birds. It's such a
Yes,
nice
you can hear the
day.
birds going outside. I know. I really kind of want to take a look outside.
I want to go home. I want to go to my girlfriend's house and just like sleep. But I think I'm gonna take us to a park now because it's really nice.
Yeah, go enjoy the sun outside. That's what I did been
We're
doing
inside
in the
people, Jason.
backyard.
We're
I
inside
get that.
people.
Everyone's like,
No,
we're
roll
inside
your eyes again. You
people. And
didn't
I'm
see it.
like, I get that, but it doesn't mean you have to be outside the whole day. Sometimes you can just sit there and bask in the sun
Yeah, I
outside
know.
and just let the energy
I like
just flow
basking.
around. That's what I do. I know that for a fact. Like, so in our backyard, we do have like a smallish patio out on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally just lay there. If it didn't rain in the
On the
morning or
concrete.
anything like that, I would just douche
You're
and not
just
even
gonna
worry.
douche. You heard it here
Shut
first,
up.
folks.
Shut up.
I'm a little blue
But
and he's a little douche.
shut up. Don't ever be like that. Ugh, it's so
Gross.
nasty.
That was gross. Have I told the story? Oh, you look bald there. Have I told the
Probably because
story?
of my hair. I pulled it back.
Have I told the story about
Gosh damn
the? Well, you didn't wrap the cord up right.
it. Yeah.
Have I told the story about driving back from work and the lights being off?
What do you mean?
I haven't told that story here.
No.
I felt like I did. This was a long time ago. I wrote it down a long time ago. I guess I'll tell it now because it came full circle. Well, almost full circle. I haven't, but I'll still tell it anyway. I drive home from work late, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and literally 4 or 5 times a week there'll be people with their lights turned off as they're driving. I think I've mentioned it before. That's why I get confused. They just won't have their lights on because they drive through a city. They don't think they need them or either they don't think they need them or they just forget them because they can see in the city. There's always
Yeah.
lights. So, but then when you get out to the interstate and the highway, A, you need them all the time. But B, you really need them on the interstate because people can't see the back of your car because your brake lights aren't on, your tail lights aren't on. Your
Yeah.
brake lights come on, but your tail lights don't.
But your brake lights come on at the very late, like
Last
very bad
as
timing.
when you're
Yeah.
braking. So it actually makes me upset when people do that because it's really dangerous. It's on a level of drunk driving almost. It's lower, but it's dangerous.
It's stupid. That's all it is. Yeah.
So I'll flash my lights at them to tell them that their lights are off. And I'll do it for I'll not only, I won't like usually flash my brights. If there's no one else around, I'll flash my brights. But usually what I do is I turn my lights off and on. To get them to pay attention to that. And then it's worked either 0 or 1 time. I want to say it's worked 1 time in all the time that I've been driving, but I don't know if that's 100%.
I just feel like people don't actually know what that command means.
No, they don't.
just
But
flash it.
no, it has worked 1 time. That's what it was. It worked 1 time on the interstate, and I do it, but I do it every time. Anyway, so this 1 time, I felt bad. So driving back, I start flashing my lights at this person. Lights are off in a black car, by the way.
Yeah.
So even worse. Yeah, you punched her in the nose.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry.
And it just so happens that we're going the same way. Oh my god. Anyway, so it just so happens that we're going the same way down the highway, and I have to get it's my day to get gas. It's the night that I get gas, so I am going on the exit to get gas, and this person is in front of me, takes the same exit. When just like 40 seconds before, I was flashing my lights, turning them on and off, and everything. And they also just so happened to need gas that night. Turns out. So I follow them to the gas station.
Coincidence.
But it's just because that's where I'm going. I go to the same gas station every night. I go to the same pump every night almost. And I go to the same pump every time. So I went to the same pump, and they happened to be the one right next to me. It was a woman, and rightfully so. She was freaked out that this guy had flashed his lights and followed her to a gas station from her perspective.
Oh my gosh.
So I stopped flashing my lights at some point. Like as she got off, I stopped flashing the lights. Or no, just before. And so, and I was sitting behind her at the light before the gas station. I was like, son of a bitch, is she gonna pull into this gas station?
This is getting a little too much for me.
So I don't even look at her as we're at the gas station pump. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
like
because
the
you don't want to
anxiety
make
of like,
contact.
oh,
Yeah,
oh god,
it's
I didn't think I'd have to talk to a person. I didn't. There's consequences to my actions. Oh
yeah, the
no.
confrontations, like the fact I only did one thing for you and that's it. The fact that I have to stare at you now, be in front of you, and almost be walking distance for a conversation. This is not what I asked for. This
Not
is
even
not
walk
what I
distance.
wanted.
It was like we're at the same pump, to
How
either
close are the
side,
pumps?
with the same pump at either side. The pump has two sides. Oh, you don't have a car. I forget you
Oh,
don't have a car.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant like pumps from one end to the other. No,
No, no,
you
no.
have
Yeah,
the actual pumps.
one pump,
Oh, you actually have the wall of it.
two sides.
Oh,
So we're looking at each other through this gas pump.
oh my
Well, actually, I
gosh.
didn't look over there.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
So I get out of my car, start pumping gas, and turns out there was either I don't know if they knew each other. There was a guy at the gas station there too who pulled off in front of her. So I don't know if they knew each other or what. But she rolled her window down and was like waving at the man who was in front of both of us at the gas station as well. And I was just trying to ignore it, just pumping my gas, like sweating. Oh my god, please don't, please.
Yeah, please don't
I was trying
escalate
to, I was
this
trying
to
to help
something
you.
else.
I was trying to help you. I swear, please.
I just wanted
And
to
all of a
do a
sudden, I
good
hear
thing.
it. So I didn't know at this point. I didn't know it was a woman driver. I didn't look at the driver at all. I just heard a man say, "Hey, we have a problem." So I look over to the car that I was flashing at, and there was a woman. Like she still sat in her car in her driver's seat. It was a woman looking at me. I was like, I looked over the car, and there's a guy next at the next pump saying this. And I said, "What?" I don't remember. He either said like, "You were flashing your lights" or something like that. And I was like, I think he said that, and then said again, "Do we have a problem?" And I was keeping calm. I wasn't,
Yeah, you never
de-escalating.
match the energy of the other
I was
person.
like, her lights are off. That's all I said. And I went back to pumping. I didn't say it twice. I said it once. And I could see both of them. Like he leaned like this to look at the back of her car because she still had her car on and everything. And she like looked out the window to the back of her, like she could see him. That wasn't for you. Thanks for derailing the story. And she gets out and checks her lights, and she just like no one apologizes to me for freaking me out. I didn't have to apologize to her. I was trying to help her out. And I just, I just felt bad, and I just pumped my gas and left.
I know. That's why a lot of people don't ever want to do anything confrontational because that's what I mean. Not everybody like knows like what some of the symbols means, like what's going on. Like when I drove back at home, I never helped anybody at all. Even if I knew, like, if I can just roll down the window and tell them, "Hey, man, your lights are off," I never did any of that because
Oh no, I would never roll down the window and stuff.
exactly, yeah. But like, I never want to help anyone because yeah, people get the wrong idea. They probably think it's a fight gonna happen or anything like that. Some people are just very paranoid
And honestly,
and not.
rightfully so for most of them. Like I
Yeah,
don't blame her for being like I said, she was
yeah.
rightfully
It's
freaked out.
understandable, but it goes both ways too. Even if someone like says like, "Oh man, your lights are off," or like gives you the flashing thing, you don't even know. Like, "Oh shit, is this like a gang sign? Is this a symbol? What's going on here? Or am I being, am I hit? You
Am I
know?
hit?
Yeah.
And
Is
in her
this the
case, her car
moment?
didn't even have running lights either, so it was really bad. Like
Yeah.
some cars have running headlights. No, because no matter even if your lights are like mine, my car has running. If my lights are off all the way, it still has little LEDs. It's not enough to see, but
Yeah.
you might see a little reflection on the road, thinking your lights are on.
Yeah. My car had that a little bit, but I always
But hers
made
didn't
sure
have
that my car
anything.
had the
Hers was
lights
old
on.
enough to not have that. Anyway, so the full circle of the story is I bought so I've been planning to do this for months, but it's ever since this happened. But it's pretty expensive, so I didn't really want to throw the money around. But it was my birthday, so I threw the money around. I bought myself a flexible LED panel, and it's now stuck in the front of my car.
Stuck is a good thing, or
Yeah, like I stuck it to
okay.
the windshield, and then
Oh,
so it scrolls words by or pictures.
oh, those. Okay.
Yeah. So it scrolls words. So now I can say actually the only thing that I have in there now, it says your lights, or no, turn your lights on is what it
Turn
says.
your lights on.
And it scrolls backwards and reverse. That way, when you're looking in a mirror, it'll say turn your lights on.
That's so dumb, but
Nope.
I respect.
It is
Like
a
it's fine that you do that.
It is a problem. 4 to 5 times a week, I will have someone with the lights off on the interstate.
No, no,
So
it is a problem because yes, I've seen it too. Even when I take an Uber or Lyft, I will see cars literally just not
yeah,
comprehend the rules of the road.
I'll put a video here. But my only
Like,
concern is if you can see it, because I have a sports car, the windshield's like this. So that
mhm.
means the light is faced like that. So I don't know if you can really read it where it is. And if not, I'm just gonna put it on the back of my car
Sorry.
and have it say "Turn your brights off." So
Shut
it's a
up.
winner lose situation.
The win-win in my book,
Yeah,
regardless of what I do.
front to the back, it doesn't matter.
All right. What time is it?
So I haven't been able to. We
Okay.
guess I got time. I haven't been able to use it yet because I had it for 2 days, and in those 2 days, just so happened one, it was raining, so I think everyone there's been very few times where it's been raining at night and no one's had their lights on.
Oh
Usually,
yeah,
if
that's
it's
the dumbest
raining
thing.
at night, their lights are on. So one night was raining, and then no, I only had a problem for one night, so I haven't been able to test it yet.
I never told anybody, but I had a hit and run during a heavy rain in my when I drove back at home,
Hold
and
on,
it
wait a minute.
wasn't bad.
Prime, did you hit and run, or did someone hit
No,
you and run?
someone hit me.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
Yeah,
I thought you were admitting to something here.
no, no, but it was under really, really bad rain. Like you could not see anything. The roads were flooded. We were all trying to go the same way, and it wasn't bad in any way. It was no damage to my car at all. But it was very just one of those annoying things where you can just tell. Like I had my lights on, I had everything on, but clearly the driver was not paying attention at all. Because there was a moment that it was a 3 lane. It was technically 5 lane. One goes left, one goes right. The three goes up, and I think he just got tired of being in the middle lane and just wanted to take a right. But I do remember just like feeling the bump and watching the car just drive off. But then I don't think it's the same car, but
Wait,
I
didn't you have a
saw.
manual car?
Yeah,
Okay, well, hold on. Because are you sure they hit you? If there was no damage, no nothing.
yeah.
Because
Because I was on neutral.
it was a neutral.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
because
just
the light was
yesterday,
red. I was on neutral, and so I had my hand on the brake so they can see. They see the lights.
I had a bit where I actually had to look in the mirror, like, did that guy just hit me? Because I wasn't doing much, but I can't remember the exact situation. But it was such a hard kick, I felt like I got hit
Oh yeah, no, the
with the
car
clutch
will
and
do
stuff.
that if you do the wrong clutch, or if you happen to accelerate a little faster than the clutch change. Depending on the car you have,
It was
it will.
standstill
It will.
traffic. It was I was sat and
Yeah.
to go, but I don't. Yeah, but like sometimes it's been like a little bump, but this one felt like I actually got hit. It was a little different.
Oh, when it comes to first gear, sometimes that's when you accidentally move a little too fast and it nudges
Yeah,
itself.
whatever situation, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like I did anything wrong with
Yeah.
the clutch, but
Also, it doesn't do. It's rarely. It's a big fuck up if you do it, but it rarely ever happens. Sometimes if you do it way too slow, and you can get the car to actually stall itself.
mhm. Oh yeah,
But
I've been stalling a lot lately.
if you happen to do it at the right time, it doesn't stall, but it just gives itself the bump of it stalling. It just doesn't do it.
I think that's what happened.
So it's again, it's like a really rare thing to do, but it can happen. I did that once. I thought I got my first, like I thought of my first car accident when I did that. I was so scared because um I got mad because I had family drive my car for a bit, and for some reason the people who drove my manuals always left the gear in first,
Yeah,
which
that's what
was
you do.
very annoying.
Nope, that's what you're supposed to do.
And so
You always park a car first gear, handbrake.
yeah, well,
Always.
I didn't know that. And so what's annoying was getting back in the car and not noticing the gear was in first gear. And just putting the car back in neutral, because in neutral it was a small hill, so I was like, all right, I just let it do neutral things, just let it drive, because I'm trying to get the hang of the car in the first place.
Yeah.
I almost fucking ran into my neighbor's car, and scared the living shit out of me because the car just jettons itself forward because obviously I didn't know it was in first gear and I just didn't have anything on my
Yeah.
I didn't have anything
Yeah.
pressured.
You just turn the car on. Have you ever jumped a car like what is it called? When you clutch when you turn the car on by rolling down a hill and you clutch?
I did it one time.
I've never. I think I.
I want to say it worked, but it was when my battery died out and I had to drive to a location.
Yeah, I was driving a Porsche from '87. Is this a real memory or did I make this up? I was at a car show driving a Porsche, and the battery died. Yeah, I think I popped the clutch. That's the phrase. I think I popped the clutch in a parking garage because my friend was pushing.
Oh, parking cars can really do it because they're always slanted.
I think that's true. I think that's a real story. My memory is woof.
I got lucky because where my car started to stall was at an X, and uh, whenever you get out, it's always downhill.
Hmm.
So I was very lucky enough. No one was there. Lights was green, and
Did you know?
I just kind of pushed my car that way. Thank God, because it was a flat hill where she lived, and then it descended downhill. So the moment I felt like it was gonna start going down, I just jumped in the car
The
and it
going
started
down.
itself.
You
Yeah.
know it's possible to pop a clutch in reverse.
No, I did not know. That's
You can put a car on a like if you're on a backwards hill, you can put a car in reverse and pop the clutch that way, and then flick it into neutral real fast.
oh shit. That's
I didn't
actually
know that.
cool. That's actually very helpful. That's really, really fucking helpful. Remember when the show was about something else?
Oh my god, I don't even know I should tell the story. No, I
Well,
won't. I'll wait. I'll give it some time.
yeah. So back to what we should be talking about, being servers instead of cars.
Oh, well, let's end on that. Let me tell this story real fast then.
Mm-hmm.
So I also, for the first time in 7 years, went to the dentist.
Good for you.
I went to the dentist and the eye doctor for the first time in 7 years. And when I was 19, so when I was 18, went to the dentist. Perfect teeth health, right? Perfect. No cavities, right? Never had a cavity. And then 18 went to the thing, cavity, or no cavities. 19, I go to the same dentist,
11 cavities.
and they say I have 2 cavities.
Oh.
So in 1 year, and the first ever, I got 2 cavities somehow. I was like, oh man, that's kind of a bummer. Ruins my streak. That sucks. Never did anything about it. Just kind of went along with life. Forgot that I had cavities. That's a bad idea. Turns out. Uh, went to a dentist this year, and I was like, I told him I was like, yeah, no, I was at a dentist like a long time ago, 7 years, and they said that I had 2 cavities, and I don't remember ever doing anything about it. Would you be able to check for see if they've because it's probably my memory. They probably fixed them, and then I just don't remember. Um, I was like, can you check to see if they've fixed it or if I have cavities, like if there's evidence of fixing it? And like, yeah, we'll check that out. And they checked it out, and there was neither. There was not any cavities, and there was no evidence of cavity repair.
So what? It just fixed itself?
No, so I was lied to about cavities.
That's fucked up.
I've never had a cavity before, and they just said that I did. I guess to try to get me to do the procedure for money.
I mean, that's not really surprising.
I've heard about it before, but it's weird to see it firsthand.
Well, every business has some sense of scam. Every business you can ever think
Yeah.
of has something that they want to add more so they can have more money coming out of you.
But like the restaurant
But
doesn't drill into my teeth for a scam. They'll give me a bottle of water for a scam.
yeah. No, it doesn't matter. They'll find a way. They
Wow.
will find a way. Because I mean, first I can't say anything because I don't know anything about dentistry at all.
Mm-hmm.
But if a cavity is like, oh, if you just fill it and just charge them for it, well, then you're fine.
No,
Nothing happens to them.
you drill into it and you fill it.
And then it's like, okay, well, does like if it wasn't a cavity, and you just drilled into a tooth, would that do damage? And if they say like, no, not really, well, then some crooked mind is gonna be like, well, then I can charge him for it then,
Well, yeah.
and not have to worry about it because then there'll be no damage at all.
Charge the insurance, I guess.
Yeah, charge them or charge the insurance. Or if they're such an asshole, they would probably charge you saying the insurance will cover it, and so they can get more money out of your pocket.
I think they would get more money from the insurance, but
Well, my assumption is that, but you know how that's what I mean though. Like a lot of businesses, if are crooked enough, will find ways to, gouge, essentially.
it's just wild to see it firsthand and not know it for like 7 years until. So
Yeah, no, I had my wisdom tooth taken out by a dentistry, and she did a terrible job. Like when I went to the new dentist to get the rest of my wisdom tooth taken out, it was right then and there that she told me, it's like, hey, whoever did your last work broke your tooth. And I was like, what does that mean? And he's like, well, if you ever felt the back of your tooth, I was like, yeah, but my mother and my old dentist told me that it's just normal. That's how it's supposed to be. He's like, no, that's a broken tooth. You've been having a broken tooth for almost 7 years now.
any pain for eating?
And I was like, are you for real? It's like, yeah, you're lucky that it's the wisdom tooth, which means that nothing really happens back there.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, it's, you know, it's guts and it's like not rotten or anything like that, but it's just there. And so we had to pay extra money just to get rid of this one because it was counted as an actual wisdom tooth now. It was just half the job. And I remember getting so mad. I was like, how much did we pay for that one tooth? And she was like, we paid $300 to get rid of that one tooth. And now we're here paying like $400 for all the cleaning and for getting rid of the other three teeth. So I'm like, in other words, we paid $300 for a woman to not finish the fucking job then.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we did. And I was like, that's fucked up. And she did refuse to see us afterwards. So we were like, well, then fuck you, first dentist. You knew you fucked up and you didn't want to fix it. And the second one, I love the second one. The second one was such a powerful woman.
Yeah, I like this dentist. They're really nice. This new one I went to. The old one didn't, it seemed fine, but not anymore. Lied to me about cavities.
Yeah, lying about cavities. Shit,
I always thought it was weird that they said I had 2 cavities because 19 years never had any cavities, and then 18.
Oh, I can't say for me. I'm pretty sure I had a cavity or two. I can't remember.
And the 19th year, 2. It's wild.
You eat a lot of Skittles. I don't even need Skittles.
Yeah, it's like I'm not a sweet person.
I'm not a sugary person.
I'm not a sugary sweet tooth person.
I know. I need to go back to the dentist and get myself checked out.
Yeah,
I've been eating sugar like a monster.
So I had a little bit of gingivitis and a little bloody gums. Happens to the best of us.
Ew, floss.
No,
No,
I need to. I do.
Oh gosh, floss.
And so it was a gingivitis teeth cleaning, right? Just a little another step up. It was only $200 with insurance.
Is gingivitis curable?
Yeah, it's not. It's just
Okay.
it just means your
It's a
gums
nasty
bleed.
ass breath.
It just means your gums bleed.
Oh.
That's what gingivitis is.
Oh.
Yeah. So they gave me topical stuff and the swish mouth stuff to help it quickly heal. But they said flossing and brushing, because I brush obviously twice a day. But flossing I don't almost at all.
Yeah,
So they
I
said
used
flossing will fix the gingivitis.
I used to not floss at all until I got older. Like when I first moved out is when I started taking care of my teeth and like brushing my teeth, flossing my teeth.
Yeah, I think it's time to start because I have really strong, healthy teeth. So if I take care of them now, it'll be good.
One of the things that was actually nasty, was gosh, I hate to bring this up, was the ex and her friend group, and that was the moment I was like, I don't think I should be part of this group at all. Was that they really did talk about how they do not take care of their teeth often, and I was like, what do you mean by not take care of your fucking teeth? And that's when I found out that sometimes they would go days of just not brushing their teeth, and they would just drink like sugar or something like that to get rid of the taste.
Oh,
and I was like, what the fuck?
That's not where I thought that was going.
And I was like, what the fuck was that? What do you mean?
I was about to
that
say
was your answer? Like that's your like not brushing your teeth?
Well,
instead, the other answer was to drink like fucking sweet tea instead, and then just go from there.
Yeah, so that because I was gonna say I've had depressive episodes where I didn't brush my teeth for 2 or 3 days, but then to fix it with sugary drink, that was the next level over. I was just like,
I'm sorry, like even like I understand true depression, like yeah, like sometimes that shit will hit you like a fucking train. But I don't know, man. Anything below that is just not even worth it. Like you having a sad day and saying you just want to go to bed and not even bother taking care of yourself. No, I'm sorry, that's just nasty. I had a rough day. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm like bitch, go shower. Go take a shower. You worked 10 hours today.
My fix after not brushing for it was. I don't think it's never been 4 days ever. But I would stretch to say it's never been 3 either. I think Max is like 2 days where I've gone without
No,
brushing.
the max is for me is 1, and that's usually because I get knocked out and
Well, I'm
I
saying
end up
during
staying at someone's place.
the depressive episode, and my fix for it was brushing my teeth again, not drinking a soda to get the flavor of bad breath out of my mouth.
That's so disgusting. It
Oh,
was
God.
so nasty.
That's making me gag thinking about that.
Yeah. No, I remember when I first heard that. I was like, I'm stepping away from everything. I think I
And
made
that
the
was your
wrong
ex.
choice.
That was your ex who did that too.
I think she did. Because
Back to
that was the
Jason.
thing. She tried to gloat about how I took care of my teeth. And then they were like, oh, it looks like we're all in a different boat. And then they did all. And, she was in that all. And I was like, there's no fucking way. I'm sorry, bitch, but there's no way.
Well, we're gonna have a lightning round.
Yeah.
To end the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I actually thought of a lot of stories. I just actually didn't want to bring it up talking about, like,
It's fine. You should just write them down.
the guests.
Check your text messages.
But what is this? Is this more nasty enough?
No, it's a TikTok. So it's a restaurant TikTok.
Is there subtitles? Oh,
No.
there is.
We'll just play it out loud. I'll play it. So ready? Are you on the video? Hold on. Are you playing it, Jason?
Yeah, I am.
No, don't play it. Wait. Stop it. Jason, stop it.
Why?
Stop playing it. Start from 0. We're gonna play at the same time. Ready?
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Excuse me? Can I have a coffee, please?
Yes, I will get your waiter right away and he'll get you your coffee.
Why can't you get it?
I'm a busboy.
A what?
A busboy. I bus.
Ew! I forbid you from bussing anywhere near my table.
No can do, sir. I got a bus at every table.
Every table?
Yeah.
Take my plate and go, boy.
Oh, that's gonna make me pre-bus.
Excuse me?
Well, I can't fully bus while you're here, so I pre-bus. I'm pre-busing right now.
You presume to pre-bus in front of me? That's it! I'm leaving!
Oh, you're gonna make me bus.
You're gonna make me bust. That haircut is such a fucking buster haircut, too. Oh my god.
Oh wait, is that my haircut when I go there? Hold on.
Yeah, that is your haircut. The ponytail.
No, I
and
don't do
all.
that top bun.
You did until.
No, I didn't. I never
Yes,
did
you
the top.
have.
No,
Yes,
no,
you
no,
have.
no.
I have pictures of this.
No, I
I do
didn't.
not. That's nasty as hell. No, but that
I was
is
just
that
so
is
because I've never heard
bussing hair.
anyone in any media ever reference pre-busing before. This is the first time I've ever heard someone
I
pre-bus.
just acknowledge the fact that bussing is actually a very nasty word when you
What's
think about
bussin'?
it.
No G. That's
So
the difference.
Yeah, that's too funny.
I'm hip
I
with the kids.
genuinely never thought about actually saying that. Like, I'm gonna just bus. I'm gonna go bus. Cause I heard servers like, hey man, we need to go, bus the tables and stuff.
I hear- they
heard
always say clear the table.
Yeah, I also hold swarm. Like we need to go swarm the table and get
Say it
everything
again?
out. Swarm.
One more time.
Swarm.
Spell that for me.
That's WARM.
And you're saying. Say it again.
Swarm.
All right, that's what I thought. So we were trying to do a speed round. Did you have another final?
Yeah,
restaurant
I
story?
can talk about my mess up. So as a server, I actually messed up for the first time, and not only did I mess up on someone's birthday, which is really, really sad. And I should have seen this coming. Because when I rang in their drinks and their appetizers, for some reason the cook in the back did not get the ticket for her. Yet he got the ticket for her husband. So her husband got the food and got the drink on time. And then when I tried to figure out what was taking so long for her drink, they gave half that ticket to the new bartender, and she was making the drink from scratch instead of doing the generic one, because we have 2 drinks in back bulks because they're easy to make in bulks. So that took longer, and her appetizer didn't come out until he was done with his food, like he was already ready to order.
I'm already getting hungry.
And then when she tried to order, she told me to ring in the special. And like an idiot, I don't know why, my brain like froze in that moment, and I ringed in the new special that we had instead of the old special. And so when I did that, I punched in the code. I mean the numbers. I punched in everything we needed to go
Punch in
in.
the launch codes, yeah.
Yeah, I punched in the launch code so we can shoot it right into the kitchen. And then when the food also took longer because my ticket came out for some reason a second later. And that was right behind the 10 top that one of the other servers was taking care of. And so she had to wait an extra long time. And then when the food came in, I had rang in the wrong special. Because I immediately thought of the new special that we were told to sell. And I didn't think about the old special that they were getting rid of this week. And so not only did she have to wait an extra 20 minutes for food to come out, because again, it was behind that 10 top. When it did came out, it was bland. And what scared me the most is when I remember walking back in there and I remember overhearing one of the cooks. I was like, oh, fuck. I think I fucked up. I think I gave out the wrong snapper. I was like, wrong in how wrong? And it was like, give me another one that's not seasoned then. And I was like, oh, fuck. And her other complaint was that the food was not seasoned at all. And I was
Because
like,
it was meant to be not
it was
seasoned.
meant to be not seasoned. And I was like, oh, no. And then on top of that, I just could not get to their table on time. Because I had other tables who were actually finishing up on time and were trying to like cash out and be done. And I just could not get to their table on time at all to even talk.
Mm.
And I felt so bad. So bad. Thankfully, the manager there was understandable and she gave them like free dessert. Like of any choice. Because we have an actual like dessert specialty. It's just for show most of the time. But she was like, "No, fuck it, bro. Just give her whatever dessert she wants and go from there." And that was my first mistake, but it felt so bad because that was like 2 hours. And then on the last note, I was trying to say sorry. They got up. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to apologize, but we have to go. I'm like, I'm like, go. I was like, yeah, we're late for something. And I was like, oh my gosh. And you guys were timed. And I overheard them as they were leaving. They were 30 minutes late for whatever they wanted to do for her birthday. And I was like, 30 minutes? Fuck.
God, I thought you were like, they were going to be late.
Yeah, I thought so too. And so I heard them walking. I was trying to like get to them, wave by, and try to say something nice.
Not worth it.
But no, I just overheard the husband. I was like, yeah, don't worry, I already got the Uber, and even though we're 30 minutes late, we'll still catch up for something else. I think it was a show for something, but I was like, oh fuck me.
Speaking of fuck me, I should have checked the audio levels before we started.
Oh no.
Well,
could you imagine the whole thing was mute? It was just mute.
No, it's not that it's mute. It might be too loud.
Too loud or too low? One of the
I
two.
streamed the other day. No, it might be too loud. I streamed the other day, and so I changed all the levels and stuff. And I should have checked them before.
Ooh, yeah, that's not good at all. Oh well, one day we'll get the hang of this.
This was the SYWB Bitches podcast. I was falling asleep during the last story, not because of you, but I'm oof.
Yeah, no, the hunger hit us hard. We weren't actually expecting that.
I need to eat.
But yes, this is the end of the podcast. I'm Jason, and this is
I'm Spider-Man.
And again, as always, that's how I end all my streams. Thank you for coming on down, even if it was for a minute. It does mean a lot to us. We're gonna go eat now because the hunger really hit us like nothing. And as always, may you have a beautiful morning, a wonderful afternoon, a pleasant evening, and a peaceful night.
Bye. Now we do the silent bit where they're clapping.
Starving.
Oh.
Did you black out? Or did the camera give up?
When did it give up?
I think it just gave up right now.
Fuck. Did it get my bye? Or was it a black screen? Hold on. Damn it. So the camera is supposed to, first of all, have a never off. And then it stays on for an hour and 10 minutes. It's charging. It's not dead. What kind of timing is where the camera turns off automatically in 110? An hour and 10 minutes. An hour, maybe? 30 minutes? Sure. An hour and 10 minutes? What is the point of that? Who is that Sony is making these settings? Anyway. Bye.
You were really touching on that subject.
We gotta sit here for a second. We gotta do the outro, the silent outro. Clapping in the background.
No, I think we need a bus of snacks.
Joel clapping cheeks in the background. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just don't want to be on that message. No, we should probably start buying some stuff to nibble on.
Chew.
To nibble on, like an appetizer or some shit before we do this. But the hunger really hit me. We should be eating some pizza bagels at fucking 11 in the morning. Why, you don't like that?
No.
Alright, let's stop breaking up. I think we special, did we?